Hey everyone, in this video we are going to rebuild the Baker Monitor Magnum frost-free hydrant. This poor buddy, he got, this is the one that was hooked up to the freeze miser that we were testing earlier in the winter that froze solid. It failed somehow, and the whole freeze miser, the hose obviously, and then the whole rising spigot here froze up solid, as you could probably noticed in the thumbnail for this video. I've seen that every morning. Now we got a slight leak. It's a drip about every 15 to 30 seconds or so, and we need to fix it. So I've ordered up parts and I've gathered up the tools. Very first thing we have to do is go down and shut off the water. If you have your own well, your own system, that's as easy as flipping off a switch. If you're hooked into a community well or water system, municipal water system, etc., you're going to have to find your shutoff valve to your system to isolate it. Okay, let's go turn off some power. Very first thing we're going to do is pull out this Allen head, or at least loosen it up. And I'm just going to hit it with some blaster first, some PV, like that. Let it soak for a minute or two, because this hasn't been undone since this was put in. And I'm pretty sure it's rusted up fairly well on the inside. Now, I don't have the size Allen wrench for it. I know it fits. But yeah, that came across pretty easy. We're just going to back it out a little bit. You can see the collar now is loose. That's what we want to have at this point. In other words, the point we're going to pull the whole assembly out of the ground. Should come out easy. It isn't coming out easy. So we'll pull the whole part out. Of course, while I was pulling this free, the battery in the GoPro died. Sorry about that. I do have it free now, and it did take some work to do it. Inspect the poles, or the wet pipe, excuse me. Here's our problem. Woof. That's a little ugly. Can't really see any splits or cracks from freezing, but let's set it down on our workbench here and we'll take a look at it. Alrighty, we got it this far along, and you can see the spool is pretty old. It just goes ahead and attaches onto what they call the wet pipe. It has an adapter in here that's threaded, and it does have flats here to put a wrench on. Look at that. Yuck. You don't need that going in my water. But I don't see any problems with it right off. This flat here is 11/16. So with 11/16 wrench, you should be able to open it up. It spins freely. It's only 15 pounds. They say 15 to 25 pounds. Torque on that, foot-pounds. So you don't want to overdo it. Oh, there it goes on the ground. Probably where it'll end up for a while. And we have the brand new one here. Actually, I'm going to pick it up. Compare the two real quick. And they do look identical. Everything's the same on them. Now, this has 3 O-rings. They're brand new on this one, and it's already been greased. So we're good there. But it does say in the instructions, you want to take some silicone, some food grade silicone grease, and put on the threads of what's called the spool. Now, I would have called this a plunger, but they call this a spool. So we'll do what they say. And that's going to go right back in. Righty tighty, lefty loosey. Don't cross thread it. There we go. Piece off. and then we'll set the collar. So let's go ahead and do that. So here we are. If I haven't mentioned before, we have a rather deep freeze depth as far as the frost line in the ground. So this is a 5-footer here. So it has a 5-foot long pipe. It's going to go right back in, what's called the wet pipe. That's what they call it. And oh, here's a good reason. Do not, if this freezes up on you, do not take a propane torch and try to heat it up from the outside, especially if you leave the torch there for a while. You'll melt the PVC, it'll pop, and then you got to replace the whole wet pipe assembly. So we got it down. I can feel it lining up. Now it just slid right on. Super simple. We're in good shape there. Once it's assembled, we'll go ahead and you can see where it was before, and hopefully you can make that out, because you can see where the indent was. Everything's the same on this, so we can just go ahead and put that set screw right back into the existing, the existing index mark that it made before. Tighten it up. Get it to let go. And there we go. We're set. Let's go get the water on and test it. Through the magic of video editing. We got the water back on. Let's test it. Fingers crossed. Look at that. Perfect. And perfect. Last couple drops, let's see. There we go. That's just the water that's in the actual pipe, the top of the handle coming out now. So great. And easy to do. Very easy. Well, perfect. Hey, thanks for joining me in this video. Look at that. We're looking good. Alrighty. Till next time. Stay safe. Stay healthy. Take care.